Just got to Columbus, Ohio. It is the first night of my trip to Cultivate, and it's pretty exciting. I have a huge hotel room. I don't know how I booked this room that's just massive. Let me show you that first, but we got a lot more. Look at this. It has a living room with a huge TV. It's got, well, I wouldn't call it a kitchen, but it has a kitchen sink and coffee maker and refrigerator and microwave. It does have a hallway inside the room. Huge bathroom. And massive bedroom with a killer view of a parking garage for the convention center, which is where I'm going to be going. So that's convenient. And the pool's down there. Anyhow, I'm excited because I just got invited by some friends from Green Lake Nursery to go out to dinner at Jeff Ruby's, which I haven't been to this Jeff Ruby's, but I went to the Jeff Ruby's in Cincinnati. It was one of the best meals I've ever had. So I'm really excited to go back to a Jeff Ruby's tonight. And then tomorrow starts all the show stuff, so we'll have a lot to see. Official day one of Cultivate. Had a great dinner last night, but today I'm heading on a traveling workshop talking about making the best branded digital content. Gonna be talking with a lot of thought leaders in the space, making some good connections. Today's gonna be a lot about networking, and then we're also gonna visit some cool places such as Groovy Plants Ranch. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a fun day today, so let's get going. First step is I need to find some coffee and breakfast before I get on this bus, so let's do that. Alright, now I've got the long walk from the hotel to the convention center. We're here. Look at these nice beds of color they have out front. I don't know if they always do it up big for the convention or if it's always this pretty. Makes us proud as flower people. I don't know where I'm going.
Do you girls know where you're going?
First of all, my name is Blair Boozenmark, and I'd like to welcome everyone to...
With the other owners, you had to get their feedback. I'm curious if you happen to know. So I would know.
I've been to a bunch of garden centers all over the country, and this one might be my favorite in the USA. Groovy Plants Ranch. Let's go check it out. Okay, now we're at the headquarters for McCullough Landscaping in a private garden, and it's supposed to be epic. Let's see what it looks like. Going back behind the house.
Many millions of miles. Hey. Yeah, so welcome 8 years ago now. So everything you've seen has been done in the past 8 years, but probably more so in the past 4 to and worked with John Brooks, Arabella Lennox Boyd. So that's where my style comes from. That's why I love hedges. I love separation of the garden room. And then want to be off that and cook it, plant it, remain in there, put it through any of those things in there. As you methods, exact species, those sorts of things.
So this is their main backyard. They told us that it's lawn right now, but in the future it's going to be a meadow. They're keeping it lawn now while their kids are still relatively young. Look at that seating area over there. I love how they've incorporated the sculptural aspect into the gardens as well. All these flowers came from the cut flower garden, which we'll go see in a minute. So he does a lot of kind of English style where you have the formal mixed with the informal. So look at the boxwoods that are beautifully hedged, mixed with the pollinator, free-form gardens, such as the eucalyptus and the dill. And there are butterflies everywhere. Ah, look how tall the mullein is. It's about 9 feet tall. He also has lots of different garden rooms, so pathways that lead you to other areas in the garden, separated by hedges. Oh, hello there.
For sale sign by owner. Probably not leaving it off on around 5, and I asked him, well, how long's the for sale sign been up? He said, oh, about 10 hours. Are you kidding me? So then subdivided. Making out, did a great job. It's just so pretty.
Got the youngest bartenders I've ever seen here.
We buy into
But then there was a little house right here through the trees. There's a concrete
Love that
pad there.
planter.
You have to know
Had
your
the fire
client.
department
You
go
have
down.
to
They're
know
looking at it well.
Get the
Side.
that is, and you have to be the right market to do it. That's your reason. I mean, that's our first. Either get spend a lot of
We walk to your property and choose site plans and this with that. I'm like, well, that's what that is. I would do that.
Let's go into the next room. Oh, this is the driveway.
Those are one of the first. Let me go get my.
All right. Thank you very much.
Look at the pitcher plants and the Japanese maple. He has a book. I didn't know that. Or they have a book, Nick and Allison.
But I saw they had a couple of the burying across these
We got an answer. I know, right? You got the card. Oh, thank
Look at all the textures in this part of the garden.
I was out to dinner with some people from Canada last night. And
Reminiscing.
well, one of them was
Fuck
talking
snow.
about like falling on ice, and I was like, oh, we don't, oh, sweetie, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, that down. We don't need guys kind of ask anymore.
I love how he's got a little preview. What's that? If they didn't continue the hedge over here, they left it open so you could see into the seating area. Quite a day today, and it's not even over, but had a really good class talking about social media, content creation, branding, but more importantly, a ton of great networking with like-minded individuals and other experts in the field. Got to visit 2 really cool places and got to talk with some old friends that I haven't seen in a while and make some new friends and new connections that I think we can help each other out for the future. I do have one more social event for tonight, but I don't think I will be bringing you along for that one because I'm tired of filming for the day. Tomorrow starts the real day of Cultivate when the actual trade show opens up, so you will be there with me for that tomorrow morning. Today is the big day because today's the day that the show floor actually opens up. There's also going to be a lot of classes going, so I'm going to try to hit 2 or 3 educational sessions and then try to walk as much of that floor as I can. And then I'm going to the Retailer's Choice Awards where the different people at the show get to show you or me the things that they love the most. So it's going to be a busy day, and that's not even including the evening. So let's get to it.
On the board of the Horticultural Research Institute, he served on the American Hort Board and was our chair in 2023. Yes.
All right, made it into the show. It's massive, so right now I'm just going to be going through, checking out as many booths as I can today to see what's new, what we're going to need to bring in for this next year, and what the latest and greatest things are. So you're dosing fertilizer?
I am. It's invisible plants.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So I can adjust the dose very easily. Just keep track of the drop count.
So it's like a vacuum that...
No, it's just gravity fed, so you can balance it out over the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is the weights are all on the shoulder
Yeah,
and on the arms.
yeah.
And then you just swing it out to where you hit it.
Robots. Check this out. This is a spacing robot that's gonna space out these pots. Thing's fast. Massive drone for spraying.
Yeah.
So the difference between Ocean and this one is this one you might see a bit of green in between the flowers, whereas Ocean it'll always be just solid flowers on
color,
top.
yeah.
But you have that pointy petal, which
That's true.
love it or hate it.
She got this new cyclamen.
What's your new canna?
Yeah, so we're checking out the new varieties at Cultivate, newest and greatest plants.
This was awesome because it's the first black leaf from seed.
Yeah.
So you got a nice double red flower or semi-double. You will want to growth regulate this though because they can get quite vigorous. Purple-headed broccoli. Because usually you get more of the smaller, narrow heads.
So they've just improved the purple
They've
broccoli.
like made it more of a bigger head, yeah. Hold better color retention. Have we done this one too? I don't remember seeing that in there. Kind of a
I don't
funky
think
one.
we grew it either.
But you're trying to reduce the tube.
A bit. So that's Nova Sunstone Coreopsis. Really small flowers, but a lot of them. I love looking at these giant machines that I can't afford to buy. This one's a transplanter. So it would be pulling baby plants out of those plug trays and planting them into the bigger pots, which would then go along this conveyor belt. Out here. Or maybe that's the reverse order. Fills up with soil first and then goes that way. Pretty cool. I don't know how they stack these pots so high. I'd be terrified to do that. I'm starving. It's time to go get some lunch. So here's the view from above. This place is awesome. It's got cuisine from all over the world. Polish and Somali and Moroccan and all over the place. I got Moroccan food. I'll show you what that looks like. And they have seating areas up here up top. So I asked the guy what the best food was at his place, and he said it's this, without a doubt. This is a lamb chop, I don't know what you would call it, and it's on a bed of rice and couscous. And then for side, I've got beets and eggplant, which was also his choice. So we're about to chow down and see how this is. They always do such a good job, even on the hallway outside of the trade show floor. So beautiful, and they'll feature new products and other products out here. Look, they built a whole greenhouse structure in their booth. And up there at the top, that is an insect screen. So when the louvers open up, that the insects can't go in the greenhouse when it's venting. Obviously, the sides would be enclosed if this were a real greenhouse.
Butterfly house that's open on Saturday. And they have Roy. Significant important.
Yeah, please go through
I forgot to record an intro today. I'm pretty sleepy. Going to another keynote speech this morning, and then I've got to get through the rest of the trade show today because it's my last full day in Columbus. So it's going to be a busy day today again. The double Sunfinity, one of the top performers at all the plant trials this year. And as these flowers age, the bigger petals will fall off and you're left with these little pom-poms on the plant, which is pretty cool. It's another little aspect of this sunflower. Next we got geranium, calliope, large dark salmon. There are a lot of beautiful geraniums here, but this one just blows everyone out of the water. So pretty. For you houseplant lovers, this dock block anthurium has now gone into tissue culture, so it's going to be a lot more widely available. You're going to see this popping up at independent garden centers all over the US, and the prices will be coming down dramatically over the next year as well. Proven Winners has some new Fittonia, which I'm really excited about. They are the Network News series, and I really love this one, which is Top Stories. It's got that ruffled edge. And then this one is, let me remember, Prime Time, that really unique color. They got a bunch of them, but those two are my favorites. New hydrangea from First Editions. This is Flower Full. It's supposed to have just loads of flower power. It's very strong stemmed and upright and holds up to weather and blooms just for a long, long time. Canova Gold Leopard, and these leopard print blooms are so cool. This one's going into our mix for next spring. This Dahlia Black Forest Ruby isn't the most spectacular as far as blooms because they're a little bit smaller, but the foliage is very dark, and more importantly for greenhouse producers, it is a seed-grown variety. Another hydrangea, this one is Eclipse. It's a black leaf hydrangea that is heat tolerant. Okay, I'm not going to say this is one of my favorites, but I wanted to get your opinion. This is Key Lime Lamb's Ear. What do you think about that? This one is super cool. This is going to be replacing the Milky Way Aspidistra or cast iron plant. This one's called Tokyo Skies. Way more color on this compared to the Milky Way. Downtown Dallas Coleus. This is a smaller leafed coleus that's actually full sun tolerant, which is really cool. And I did see this on the trials at the Dallas Arboretum in full sun. Gerber Daisy Sweet Blaze, smaller flower, but a new color. The reason why these are so good is they are great landscape performers and very cold hardy as a perennial. I like bananas, and this is the second coolest banana we're going to see today. This is Ever Red, which looks like your standard red banana, but this is actually cold hardy to zone 5, so that's what's new about it. Nice color and cold hardiness. Baby's Breath is kind of a love it or hate it plant. I'm going with love it on this one. This is a pink variety, and those tiny little delicate flowers are really, really cool. Here's another one that's kind of polarizing. I do not like this, but I think some people will love it. Touch of Blush Heliopsis. So this is in the sunflower family. Look at these leaves. Here's another lamb's ear. This one is called Furby. It looks like it's best known for its more narrow leaf shape, so that's a little bit interesting. This is awesome. Eucalyptus sticks. It has a much more dense habitat, branching, and it's got bigger and longer leaves than your typical eucalyptus plant. Still has incredible fragrance, although it is a little bit different than what you're probably used to. Calling all goth gardeners, this is for you. Angelonia Angel Flare Black. Brand new black Angelonia. Looks really, really good. Here's my favorite Tradescantia from the show, Pink Paradise. Narrow leaves, very, very saturated color, tight growth habit. Looks really good. And here's the best banana we will see today. This is Nono Pink Variegated, and they're saying they've got this in tissue culture, and it's going to start popping up everywhere over the next year. Okay, Proven Winners is getting wild. This is an edible rose, which all roses are edible, but they are actually saying that this one has a really good pear flavor. That's why it's called Flavorette Paired. I'm on the fence about this one, but I'll mention it. This is Star Diva Fanflower. It's not actually a fan anymore. It's more of a star shape. They've got two colors from Proven Winners. It's got good potential, naturally compact. There are a million petunias here, but I'll mention one. Supertunia Tiara Blue. Thought that was pretty cool. Aromagica Purple Heliotrope. Very, very fragrant. Beautiful fragrance and a beautiful plant. Love this one. The best red salvia on the market. Unplugged red. This is a large plant, y'all, and big, big blooms. You want a heat-tolerant plant, this Catharanthus Soiree Double. They got two different colors, Orchid and Peak Improved, and they're both fantastic. Everyone here is talking about this Bluephoria Mandevilla, but I actually like this one better. This is the Fired Up Orange Upright Habit.
Really cool plant, tons and tons of blooms, and they do have that kind of ombre effect. How about a vegetable? Cherry blast, tomato. I really want to pick one and eat it, but I'm not allowed to. Okay, I said I wouldn't, but I'm doing one more petunia. The Painted Love Purple. This is so cool. Look at that. Love the engineering there. This is a nice looking booth. Can you see that ponytail palm towering over everything? It's huge. It's called the bonsai basil. Super small leaves, very compact plant. Part of the Kitchen Mini series. Look, they have pond stuff. I'm a sucker for ponds. Look at these pictures. Here's something I've never seen before. It's a variegated pine tree. It's called Burke's Red. I have no idea why they call it Burke's Red. But when you look at this tree, it's a little more compact, but they've got another one on the other side of the booth that's got a different look to it. Let's check that out. This one's the same age, same plant. It's just a lot more wide open in the way that it decided to grow. That is really cool. They almost look like porcupine quills.
But still, you jump out.
I've never seen it.
The staff here has told me they believe this tree is around 120 years old because they have records of it being transplanted from the corner over there to its current location in the 1920s because it was outgrowing the spot that it was in and they needed to give it more room to spread out. To even get close to the canopy, we have to climb up to the second floor of the conservatory. Now the trunk is really interesting because it has this kind of wraparound piece of the trunk that turns into a buttressing root. It's a little bit hard to see, but this root right here is about 18 inches tall, and that helps keep this very heavy plant upright. These plants are actually native to Western Africa, and they do get this big in their native range, and they actually also produce a fruit. Unfortunately, this tree never will because it does need a very specific wasp in order to pollinate the flowers to get the fruit to ripen. If you ever make it to Columbus, Ohio, the conservatory and botanical gardens and children's garden are definitely worth visiting, but this tree in particular, well, is my favorite.